Alright, here's my review on the dual Bluetooth radio. This radio does not have a CD player. This is just strictly a radio that's got Bluetooth capabilities. It also has a USB port over on this side, which is actually pretty nice to have. So, it lights up blue, you turn it on, welcome comes on, and it's got presets like most other radios. I only have 3 of them set up right now, I'm pretty sure. Nope, I got more than that. But it does have presets. Sound quality of it, for being a $20 radio, this $20 radio from Wal Mart, for being a $20 radio, being in an older car, you know, it doesn't sound too bad. You know, it's not amazing, but it doesn't sound too bad. Bluetooth option on this radio is not the greatest. But for a $20 radio, what do you expect? I do have my phone hooked up to a Bluetooth. I have found though that the connection is very spotty and phone calls on Bluetooth are not that great. I have had this radio freeze on me at one point in time, where it basically just got stuck on and it won't shut off. But there is a little reset button right there, so if that does happen, hit the reset button, it'll clear itself out. So once again, there is no radio on this thing, but you know, or not radio, there is no CD player on this, but it does have the radio. It does have auxiliary input right there. It does have the USB input, and it also has Bluetooth capabilities. So if you don't listen to a lot of CDs, you know, there's a lot of other options available on there. I have hooked up a USB drive to here that had music on it, and it plays that pretty good. Overall quality of the radio, for what you pay for it, I would say it's pretty good. Dual has been a pretty good brand over the years of putting out pretty good products, stereo equipment, more or less, at a pretty good price. I've always had good luck with Dual, so that's why I decided to go with this. My old radio went out on me. You know, I didn't need anything fancy. Don't need a CD player. And this car, I don't take this car on very long trips. This car at the most is driven probably 15-20 minutes at a time. Most days probably only 5 or 10 minutes, because everywhere I need to go is pretty close to home. I don't take this car out of town. So for my purpose, it works pretty good. So if you're looking for a pretty cheap radio, just to have a radio, and you want some of those other connections that it offers, such as Bluetooth, USB, or auxiliary, this would be the radio for you, and it's not going to break the bank. Hooking it up, same as any other radio. The connection on the back is virtually exactly the same. So hooking up isn't any different than any other aftermarket radio. And there is outputs for subs on there too. So if you have a system, you can still hook up the stereo on there too. And this thing has been in this car for probably 6, 7, 8 months or so, and not one issue with it. I did have the LEDs one day, kind of half the LEDs stopped working, but then they all came back on. So either way, you know, it still works just fine. I wasn't too concerned about, but they came back on, so I'm not too worried. But overall quality for 20 bucks, not too bad. Definitely worth the money, and it is definitely recommended by my standards if you just need a cheap quality radio.